The mages say it's an affront to God that a peasant with a rifle can kill them from 100 yards away.
The quaint, unmolested forest stretches as far as any eye could see, unmoving and unchanged since the first humans arrived. In it, a deer grazes peacefully, alert to its surroundings. But no action it could take could prepare the animal for the predator it faced. 150 yards away, it was being watched, studied by its predator, waiting for just the right moment. Then, when the trees no longer swayed in the wind, thunder cracked, and the deer was dead. The man emerges from the brush, and he begins to approach his game. The approach was the worst part of the hunt for him. The harrowing silence before life returned put him on edge, as if something else was going to get to him before his prey. The animal was dead before he got out of the brush, but habit told him to stab into the heart anyway, to make sure its suffering was over. He began to collect his prize, the hide and meat of a healthy doe. He washes the grime off his hands with the water in his canteen and begins his journey back. He takes his prize back to the settlement he had called home for the winter, a routine he had been repeating for 5 months. The smell of blood caused others to avoid him in the streets. He was glad for it. He walked into the trade shop to the familiar, long-winded voice of the local fur trader and a tired-looking young man. And that's the thing. They expect me to deliver a certain number of pelts by a certain time, when half the trade routes are either infested with Indians or monsters or robbers or all of the above. So I told the contractor once he gets his mage buddies to conjure up a solution to all three, he might get his pelts on time.
Let me guess. By a letter not to the man's face? And leave that poor boy alone. He's got better things to do than listen to you ramble, Coyote.
Ah, Trapper, my best hunter. You ought to learn from this man, kid. Let's see the pelt you brought. Ah, perfect as always, my friend. See, kid? Start from the bottom of the animal. You save the best part of it and remove the thinnest part of the pelt. Wars have been fought for less, kid. Back 20 years ago, in 1750...
The kid needs a hunting lesson, not a history lesson. Pay him and let him go learn a bit more.
Ah, fine. Here, a full pay, since this is your first pelt and I'm feeling generous today. Remember, start from the bottom of the animal next time.
Thank you, fur trader.
Anyway, how's the latest hunt? Less exciting than your usual hunts?
Safer, but certainly ain't profitable. Winter sent my contracts to a complete halt. Nothing comes out of the snow, and no one's stupid enough to go poking where they shouldn't.
Don't count on that lasting. All it takes is one drunk kid trying to make a name for himself, and the town has big problems on its hands. We ought to get some soldiers from out east to come and pacify these territories. But the governors are too focused on defending the trade cities from the French to dare try. New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Savannah, they all get the love they need. The poor old Fort Blackstream is hung out to dry.
With everything that's happening in Europe, I'm surprised His Royal Majesty and his illustrious mages even remember the colonies exist.
And now who's rambling? But that reminds me, Dick's got something you might want to look at. Head to his tavern when you get a chance. And look out for that prick, Josiah. He's been around there trying to find you. He's trouble.
Alright, might be back later once I get an idea on the contract. See you then.
The frontiersman walks towards the tavern, the music growing louder, and muffling the sounds of drunk men and women hollering at each other. He finds Dick shifting nervously at the bar.
Heard you had a contract for me, Dick.
Frontiersman! Yes! Thank you so much! It's horrible. Just last night, some beast tore apart my liquor caravan, killed everyone but me, and destroyed the shipment. I'm having to use the older, finer liquors to satiate it, and I'm completely out of...
Slow down. I need you to tell me what it looked like. The other details you can bring up with insurance.
Okay. Well, we were traveling on the road from Varicksburg to Fort Blackstream in the dead of night. We were well armed, so we thought we'd be able to take a few robber brands. When we were within sight of the town, I let the guards break open a bottle of bourbon just as a little early Easter present. Then, after a few glasses, something took the driver's head clean off. It was easily 9 feet tall, foaming at the mouth. It had the face of an animal, but in its eyes was the hatred of a man. The guards got up to fight it, but the alcohol had gotten to them. I don't know if they missed, or if this cursed creature was just immune, but no one could do anything. He killed them all.
How'd you survive?
I don't know. I just sat in the mud, crying and praying to the God Almighty, cross in hand. That thing must have known I was there. I was blubbering so loud. But it ignored me. You think it might have been a win?
No. If it was, there'd be nothing left of you or this town. Can I see your cross for a second? Silver. Now we're getting somewhere. Was there anything else? Like missing liquor?
Actually, now that you mention it, I couldn't find any of the gin.
Classic. Werewolf from England. Bastards love their gin. Must have escaped from the old world. Not many left out there.
Then you can find it when it's human? The full moon should be over tonight and...
Not how it works, Dick. Can't turn back into a human once you're a werewolf. It's just a slow burn before instinct takes over your mind and you become a mere beast.
Then you're gonna fight it?
Well, fight is a strong word, but I do intend on killing it. I need your cross, however. Don't come across much silver around here.
Fine. Put that thing down for good. I'm sure my pa would be happy his old cross was used for something like this. Here, it's on the contract board. Go grab it and we'll sign it.
You must be mistaken, Yank. The liquor's over there. You must be thirsty for some of your piss water.
Give me the contract, Josiah. I ain't in the mood for your soldier bullshit.
Or what? You're gonna fling some droppings on me? Rub off the stink of a dead animal? This seems much more dangerous than a bloody deer, Yank. Might be too much for your kind.
Don't come crying to me once it takes your face off.
You think some rabid dog can kill a British soldier? I fought Indians in the war. Killed about a dozen of them too. As savage as those people are, they fight hard. Meanwhile, you Yanks were too afraid to face them yourselves.
I don't have time for this. Go polish that worthless stick you call a musket.
Worthless stick? This is the finest musket you'll see this far out, and it's gonna be the musket to kill that beast. Maybe you as well. I got discharged with a bunch of the boys here, so watch your fucking back.
I got you.
Sorry about him. I'd kick him out, but some of these guys would draw and corner me for trying. Especially those Pierre leeches. Here, free bottle of bourbon and a free meal. Consider it a down payment.
Thank you. Not sure about the meal, though. I can smell your cook from here.
He's punching. I'll give you that. But the guy could cook for a king.
Well, how about some smoked beef?
Coming right up.
Good hunting, Frontiersman.
Hey, look, boss. He's crawling back to his hole.
A worm has more dignity.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir. Ah, Trapper. See that guy? Guy can go to hell.
Not in the mood for this, Coyote.
Warned you about Josiah, didn't I? Let me guess. He talked about his service and how his boys would put you on your ass.
Also took Dick's contract. Would have put him on his ass, but he had his 2 attack dogs with him. They'll get turned into wolf shit before the night's out anyway.
Ah, a werewolf then. And not something that should be dealt with by amateurs like them. Back in the old world, it would take 5 hunters to take one out. Of course, those ones were never starving enough to attack so close to a town.
Starving one is more dangerous, more wild.
Of course, but also sloppier. Easier for a frontiersman to exploit its animal nature. Remember when I first started in the New World, there were a bunch like this, escaping the growing populations of the Old World.
More stories? You faced a werewolf?
Have I? They were all over the colonies back in my day, fleeing civilization and the hunters. Only ever saw one during my days hunting in Europe, but I must have seen a dozen of them when I came to the Americas. Wish they hadn't come. Made the first frontiersman complacent, soft, like the monsters of the New World would be the same as the Old. Lost my eye for my ignorance. You new blood learned from our mistakes.
Well, not like I'm much of a frontiersman right now anyway. Some moron has my contract. And I wager I can't even get this silver properly melted in this dead-end town.
You'd lose that wager, my friend. I can be of assistance. Had to know how to smelt some metal back in my day, Trapper. But I can only do silver, lead, things like that. Not out here making master-crafted swords.
Not like it matters anyway. Don't have a contract.
Well, maybe not. But I got something for you. I just got a request for a wolf pelt. Just so happens there's some wolves skulking in the forest nearby.
Probably drawn in by the werewolf. But what's this have to do with me?
Well, if you're going after his wolves, you'll naturally come into contact with the beast, right? Can't help it if you do it in self-defense. You'd have to take it up with the mayor, but you'd end up getting the contract.
I see where you're getting at. Note that down for me, just in case. I'll get you your wolf pelt.
You got a deal, Trapper. It'll take a couple hours to get a bullet out of this, so go rest up. Early morning the next day, the frontiersman stands on the edge of the world, ready to embark on yet another hunt. He loads the silver bullet into a small flintlock pistol and begins his trek. An hour of searching for a hint of wolf. His sharpened ears alert him to 3 sets of clumsy, stumbling footsteps just behind him, seemingly determined to hit every twig and every stick in their path. His search finally bore fruit as he approaches the droppings of a werewolf.
Perfect. Ah, Christ. All right, let's get to work. Lone wolf. Better make this quick.
You must be mistaken, Yank. That's a little small for a werewolf. That's right. I know about your little plan to steal my contract.
Surprised he didn't see me outside the old geezer's little shop. Lousy excuse for a hunter, I say.
You really fucked up this time, Yankee. No bullet left in your rifle. Surrounded and out where no one can hear you scream. Told you not to try and fuck with me how many times? Well, anything to say for yourself? Too busy shitting your pants?
Looks like he shit his face instead. You really are a worm.
The fuck was that? Where the hell is Phillipe?
I don't know. He was just here. Oh, Christ. What is that smell?
Oh my god. Frontiersman, help me get this thing. What? Where did you go, you fucking coward? Right, come on. Why the fuck aren't you dead?
Never seen one of your kind climb a tree, but I didn't want to see if you could. Sorry. Well, Josiah, you certainly didn't get any prettier. He didn't even sign his name. Amateur.